Hey, what's up, y'all? Welcome back. I am Van, and we are all the LFR family. Much love to you all. Thank you so much for clicking play. Hopefully, you click that like button as well. I had to go upstairs and check on my baby girl. She got the sniffles. Yeah, she got the sniffles. So I'm trying to figure out exactly what I got to do to get in front of that. Fixing her some tea and all that other stuff. But I hope you guys are doing well. I hope you're in good spirits. I hope your health is amazing. We got a couple of things to talk about. Per usual, I can't tell you how long this live stream will go, but it might be 15 minutes. It might be 5 hours. All right. So get you a snack, but make sure you hit that like button. That's the only price of admission for our live streams. What's going on, Lisa Marie? Shout out to my Blue, my moderator, my most loyalist of support. I really appreciate you guys. What's up, Internet God, MH? That girl, Tiffany, hello. Jax, what's up? Emma Murphy, Tina, Susan, Suzanne, how do you say that? Greg, what's going on, guys? Evelyn, how y'all doing? Hopefully all is well. I don't know if y'all been paying attention, but The View has been fighting again. They've been fighting again. They're butthurt about the decision that Mark Zuckerberg made. I don't know why they're so upset about this. The fact that he planned on using community notes and he's not going to use third party that only seem to shut down conservative views for some strange reason. I mean, that's not a red flag, but since they are a left-leaning or completely leftist panel on The View, obviously they're going to have an issue with that. You know who else has an issue with it? President Joe Biden. President Joe Biden has spoken out about how he feels about it. That's where we're going to start. And then we're going to go to The View. And we may even cross over to Piers Morgan's conversation that he allowed Candace Owens and Michaela Peterson to have. Whoa, I'm talking about two juggernauts, two people who are extremely intelligent, on point, going at each other. I know some of y'all have mixed feelings about Candace. Some of you may have mixed feelings about Michaela, but this is not about being an echo chamber. Hopefully you do not look at LFR family as an echo chamber. I don't care to be an echo chamber, okay? I want us to always learn and always grow, always moving forward, but I want us to be truthful, as honest as possible. I want us to be the beacon, you know what I mean? The light in the darkness, because we are God's people. That's why we put God, family, and country before anything. So shout out to you all. Katarina, Angel, what's up, sweet Angel? We got B over here too, man. Those are my people, bro. I really appreciate my people, man. My LFR family are just absolutely remarkable. Just in case you guys don't know what LFR mean, it means likes, follows, and retweets, all right? I started doing social media a long time ago, and I was trying to figure out a way to show regular people, just the regular Joe, how to get the same likes, follows, and retweets that all of these superstars are getting. And not so that you can have any fame or any clout or anything like that, but simply so you can use whatever skills that you have to contribute some value to the world, and you can grow on social media too. And now we're actually showing people how to do that officially. So everything has come to fruition. The LFR means likes, follows, and retweets. And we're starting to help people get likes, follows, retweets, and monetization. And build some self-esteem. You know, we look at ourselves all the time in the mirror and we always point out our flaws, not realizing that we are beautiful, we are handsome, we are exactly what God made us to be. And we need to be more appreciative of that. And I remind myself every day by thanking God for his grace and for his mercy. All right. I was shaped in God's image. All right. And I'm appreciative of that. Crooked teeth and all. Wild looking hair and all. People saying I look like Whoopi Goldberg. First of all, that's racist. All right. Every black person with locks don't look like Whoopi. All right. And also Whoopi, I'm gonna tear her up, because if y'all would have seen it's the live broadcast on The View from January 8th. It's not from the 10th or the 9th, it's from the 8th. I want y'all to go look at it, how they just jumped on Alyssa. They just made sure that the conservative panelists felt so uncomfortable. They didn't give a damn. They interrupted her as much as they wanted to interrupt her. Whoopi would interject whenever she felt like talking, and then Joy Behar started acting like she can't talk. Oh, we can't talk on this show. She keep on interrupting me. Like, it's just so much BS, bro. All because Mark Zuckerberg decided to join forces with the New World Order, which is free speech. America has spoken. America we want to be able to have free speech in this country again, period. And when you listen to Joe Biden, when you listen to President Biden, I'm gonna be respectful. When we listen to President Biden speak, bro, he is the last person to talk about some goddamn fact checkers. He is the last person to talk about community notes and fact checking and all that other stuff. Bro, you are the last. You would not be in office if we didn't have these fake ass fact checkers and people trying to shut down conservative voices for putting the truth out there. Biden would not have been selected as the president of the United States if the facts could have remained on social media. If Donald J. Trump was not shut down and shut out of Twitter and Facebook early. But Biden knows this. But he don't give a damn. He's on his way out, so he's going to say whatever he want to do. And plus, when you old, you get to say and do whatever you want to do because you know you're not going to get checked. Nobody's going to punch you in your face. You're 80-something years old. That's elderly abuse. The same way that the Democrats showed us how they had a little bit of elderly abuse, pushing Biden out there, acting as if he's still running the country, and this guy was not mentally able to do it. He was not physically able to do it. He didn't even know how to get back to his chair from the podium. He didn't know which way to walk when he was leaving the microphone. This dude would go, man, I'm not even listening. Let's just go and jump into it. So this is Biden talking about Mark Zuckerberg and how he has an issue with the new position that he has taken. I want y'all to dial in. Make sure you hit the like button if you have not already. Again, guys, that's the only price of admission for our live streams. And I got some other things I want to address too. Again, guys, I'm Van, Coach Van to some. And thank you so much for all that y'all do for our channel. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it.
Let's take a listen.
Of walking away from fact checking, as well as not reporting anything having to do with discrimination regarding TPS, I find to be just contrary to American justice, the way we talk about one another. Telling the truth matters. I mean, I know I'm on national television, but you all are local reporters and national reporters. I'm not. This is not a legit, real question, but what do you think? You think it doesn't matter that they let be printed, where millions of people read it, things that are simply not true? I mean, I don't know what that's all about. It's just completely contrary to everything America's about. We want to tell the truth. We haven't always done it as a nation. We want to tell the truth. And the idea that, a billionaire can buy something and say, by the way, from this point on, we're not gonna fact check anything. And when you have millions of people going online, reading this stuff, it is, anyway, I think it's really shameful.
Mr. President, do you regret your decision to run for re-election?
Okay. Let's cover this just for a second. First of all, and again, guys, y'all not going to hear a very angry, aggressive content creator going at Joe Biden's neck. I'm not going to do that. The dude is old as hell. Not as hell. He's old, but he's not old and healthy. He's old and unhealthy. And he is literally standing here and saying, telling the truth matters. When he, every chance he got, would lie his ass off. When he was asked about Hunter Biden's laptops, he would lie his ass off and say that it didn't exist, or it was Russia trying to formulate some type of plan to take him down, him and his family down, and they're working and colluding with Donald J. Trump in order to do so. This was him doing this. Everything about his administration was a lie. We could not get the truth. We could not squeeze the truth out of Karine Jean-Pierre. You want to talk about misinformation? You all started it. You all started it. Joe Biden, again, and I stand by this, and feel free to correct me if you're a Democrat, if you're a liberal, or if you're anybody inside the chat, feel free to correct me. I firmly do not believe that Joe Biden would have been the president if we were truthful, if we were honest. Because if you want to be truthful, I don't believe he got 81 million votes. I don't think 81 million people know who the hell he is, even with him being the president. We had men on the street with microphones going to people out on the beaches and just content creators and saying, do you know who Joe Biden is? Do you know who Kamala Harris is? A lot of them didn't even know who the hell he was. And these was voters. These was people of voting age. 81 million people did not vote for Trump. Vote for Biden. They didn't. And people would not have voted for Biden had they been able to see, look over, and freely discuss what was on his son's laptop. They would not have voted for Biden if we would have been able to freely discuss what was inside of Joe Biden's daughter's diaries that she wrote. The fact that her dad wanted to take showers with her when she was a teenager. I'm sorry. When I was younger and my babies were babies and they didn't know a damn thing and they couldn't set up by themselves and I had to teach them everything. Yes, I hop in the shower and be holding my baby, washing them and all that other stuff and making sure I protect them. But as soon as they were able to walk and talk and knew what a ding-a-ling was, their dad no longer exposed themselves to them. That's just how that go. You protect the children. You make sure that they know how to move forward. You make sure that they know how to report when a grown man or grown woman is expressing pedophilia behavior. Nobody would have voted for Biden if that truth would have been able to freely be discussed. There were times when people were trying to discuss what was on the Biden laptops or share some pictures or videos. Now, some of these videos and pictures were not for everyone to consume. It wasn't. Just keep it a buck. Children are not supposed to be scrolling through X and see a man butt naked with a hooker holding a gun to her head while they're having sex. That's what his son Hunter Biden was doing. People of certain ages are not supposed to be able to go online, go on social media, and see people just freely using crack cocaine. That's what his son was doing. So they tried to make it so none of us can share or talk about it or even point it in his direction. He tried to lie and lie and lie and say that this was all Russia. This was not Russia. Russian prostitutes was not in the hotel with your husband. Russian drug dealers did not sell that crack to your to your son. Russian crack dealers did not sell drugs to your son. It was nobody in there that was Russian taking pictures of your son or taking videos of your son. The gun that your son had, we don't even know if it was registered. We don't even know if it was purchased legally. None of that. But guess what? We could not discuss it because when we did, there's content creators who got their pages shut down for being too verbal, too vocal about his business. So President Joe Biden, respectfully, sir, you're not the person to tell people to speak truthfully on social media. And then, although Mark Zuckerberg is positioned himself to be on the winning side, he want to run hand in hand with Donald J. Trump because Donald J. Trump has more power than a lot of people in this entire world. You'll be hard pressed to mention 5 people who got more power than Donald Trump right now in this world. If you look at the friendships that he have, the relationships that he have, and the fact that he's not bending over backwards or bending a knee to have these relationships. He's just simply being himself. He's making promises to build up this nation, and he's not saying, if you support me, I'll do this for you. Whereas Biden, he can't say that for himself. You can't. Biden was bullied. President Joe Biden was bullied by a black hip-hop podcast that told him, we, the black community, will not vote for you unless you have a black woman as a running mate. Go handle that, and if you do it, then we got your back. And what did he do? What did he do? He ran out there and he found the closest thing to a black woman that he possibly could. Someone that lost every single race that she ran. She lost every single debate that she was in. We seen Tulsi Gabbard hand her own ass on a platter in a debate. Tulsi Gabbard gave her the business. And if I had the time, I will actually show you some of that debate, but I'm not going to do that. So come on, if you want to talk about honesty, this is the best way to do it. Remove all of these gatekeepers who's only protecting left-wing politics or right-wing politics. We don't want either to be fully protected. We want the people to have a voice, the people to be able to provide facts and speak on it. We want to have a platform that we can all come to, like a town hall. And if there's somebody of note that we can ask questions to, who will answer our questions honestly, we would like for them to be there. That's another reason why America stood up and there was a super red wave this go round, because they got tired of your bull sugar honey iced tea. They got tired of the left dictating what we can or what we can't talk about. And now, bro, gloves are off. And obviously, you will have people like Joe Biden and The View pissed off about it. Hopefully, y'all are understanding what I'm saying. Let me go ahead and put some of these up here. And also, hold on one second. Mayor Bass was in extreme groups from Cuba. They have no way to live the life except corruption. We all know it was supposed to be Tulsi, but Biden slept his way to the presidency. Oh. I don't know where y'all. Biden has been a racist, and now he's a closet racist. She buried the evidence and laughed at him. Horrible. Let me tell y'all something. Yeah, y'all are mean. I'm just gonna let it. The things that y'all say, y'all are something else. Y'all are something else. All right. So let's go ahead and jump into these videos that we have for the View. I have one video that I sent to myself that I need to see if I can use, because this is my very first time doing this right here. All right, hold on one second. Because let me see. Let me see here. Okay, here it is. Boom, boom. Here it is right here. Bow. Let me move this over here. Move this over here. Hold on one second. Yeah. Oh, yeah. All right. Let me just put this down here. All right. And shout out to The View, man. The View, I know what they're trying to do. The View they're just trying to save their own ass. That's what they're trying to do. They're trying to save their ass. They know what's going on. They know exactly what's going on. In order for them to maintain any level of importance, continue to have the biggest Hollywood stars come onto their platform, they have to not really address what's really going on in this world. They have to bend the knee to Hollywood as much as they possibly can. They have to act as if what they're saying is truthful. They know that it is not truthful. You're not going to tell me that Whoopi Goldberg don't have any common sense. You're not going to tell me that Joy Behar don't have any common sense. They've been running this thing for a long daggone time and running their show successfully for a long time to one audience, specific audience. Then they will bring on one panelist, maybe one or two, 1.5 panelists who are conservative to beat up on, or to maybe give a spotlight to every now and again. But then once that panelist, that conservative panelist, get too factual and start making them look foolish, they kicked them off the show. They kicked them off the show. What was John McCain's daughter name? When she started to get more too truthful to with them, they kicked her off the show. Alyssa, she's currently the one that's there right now, and she's getting a little too verbal, a little too, hyped up on her on truth. They don't want no truth on that show. We just want to talk about, and no offense, ladies, we just want to talk about things that rile up our emotions. That's it. It's all about emotions here. We don't want to talk about anything else. And definitely don't hold us accountable. Because Whoopi Goldberg said, you're being offensive. Certain people are being offensive online, and we need to shut them down. And she was dating, what's the guy name that dressed up in blackface? He was married at the time, and she was the side chick. What's his name? Danny something. Y'all know his name. All right, so check this out right here. I found this video online, and I want to play this for you all. All right, hold on. Let me move this out the way. Hide. Move this. Oh, no. Put this back. All right, here we go. All right, the reason why I had to play that is because of what, and I'm surprised that worked. I never played a media, what you call it? I never had one come directly from my downloads, so that was new for me. I know I'm trying out things while I'm live streaming. You're not really supposed to do that if you're a content creator. You're supposed to already have your ducks in a row. Be real quick with it, like Benny Johnson, like Barry Cunningham, like all of the specialists in this whole live stream thing. I'm not one of those guys. I'm just a regular ass dude that just like to share stuff from my algorithm that I like to discuss. That's it. You know what I mean? And hopefully we can change the world with our conversation. So that's the type of stuff that I like to get into. But I came across this conversation from The View, and I clicked on it earlier. And I want to share with you guys because, hold on one second. Where is it? Because I think Alyssa was cooking. And I want to show it to you guys. Hold on one second. All right. Hold on one second. It starts with Mark Zuckerberg. They all have a problem with him now. They did not have a problem with him before Donald J. Trump won again. But, of course, expect all the crying. Expect for them to start bitching and moaning. It's not about the truth anymore. It's not about facts anymore. It's simply about them getting what they want. And since they aren't, expect for them to start crying and stuff. In my van voice, they are a bunch of titties. Do I really say it like that? They are. I mean, it is what it is. And I don't mind. Look, I'm a man. I don't mind a whole bunch of titties, but can't say that too loud. My wife be like, what the hell you talking about? You don't mind some titties. She come down here and, she a black woman too. I call her angry black woman sometimes, and she get upset, ready to fight. And I'm like, see, I told you you're an angry black woman. But check this out right here. Thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate it. Check this out, gang. First of all, I'm going to stop it for a moment and say, Joy Behar, you are full of shit. Yes, you are. You are full of sugar, honey, iced tea to act as if Donald J. Trump is the reason. He's the reason for fact checkers. Get the hell out of here. Are you kidding me? Do you not remember when Hillary Clinton and everybody on the left was saying that Donald J. Trump was the first election denier? He's an election denier. He's election denier. He's denying the election. Hillary, what did you do when you lost? You denied the damn election. You called him an illegitimate president. As a matter of fact, everybody on the left started doing the exact same thing on legacy media. Illegitimate president, election denier. Y'all became that. Also, what about when the rumor on the street was that that Donald J. Trump started the birtherism movement on Barack Obama. That he started putting that information out there that said that Barack was not born in this country. Fact check. Your ass was the one to do that, Hillary. You started that. When you was running against Barack, you hated that guy. You hated him. We could see it all over your face. And this is when I was a super Democrat. I was paying close attention. You hear me? You started that. You started the birtherism. You started spreading all of this information around his birth certificate. You started doing that. And then when Trump runs against him, they try to put it on Trump. When Trump loses to Biden and he says that this election was stolen from me, that wasn't election denying. That was the truth. That was the honest to God truth. And guess what? This fact checking thing ties into it. As I said earlier in my video, earlier in this live stream, that if the facts would have been able to be all over the social media with the Hunter Biden laptops and everything, bro, Biden would have never won. But you guys had it out for Trump from the first day that he won. And let's go back. You all hosted Trump on your own show, and y'all loved on him, hugging him, kissing him, asking him about his wife and his kids, talking to him about his business moves and all of his friendships. You all did that. But you know the only person that did not change since that interview? Trump. Because the way that he was speaking about changing this country, the way that he was speaking about how the president should make certain moves in order to make this country great, he still says the same exact things. You all were disingenuous. You all were the liars from the gate. So don't try to act like this whole, what did Kellyanne Conway say? Affirmative facts. That's what she said. Come on, man. Get the hell up out of here. Get the hell up out of here, bro. If I'm lying, I'm flying. And guys, I am a novice at politics. I don't know a damn thing about them. I buried my head in the sand for a long time when it came to politics. When I was working for DOD, I worked with a bunch of plumbers, electricians, master plumbers, master electricians on my installation, and they were all in support of Trump. I used to get in debates with them, and I didn't know a damn thing about politics. The first thing that they would say to me is, and this is when Trump was running against Hillary Clinton, the first thing they would say to me is, but what about Benghazi? How come they're not looking into Benghazi? She's the reason why them people lost their lives. This was on her watch. The decisions that she made, everything that happened was because of her. And I was like, man, get that out of here. What about Trump? Trump is this and Trump is that. And I'm only talking about the talking points that came from MSNBC because that's all I watched. And we was told not to look at Fox because if we look at Fox, all we're going to get is lies from people who don't love Black America. That's what I was told. That's what I was taught. So I never really paid attention. But I will tell you this, I paid attention enough to change my political party from Democrat to Republican after Barack Obama's first term, because I was like, wait a minute, bro. He literally said that he's not going to do anything specifically for Black people. Why would he say that when you have all these other groups that are getting things done specifically for them? Because I was a black everything. Black is beautiful. Black is excellent. Blacker than black. Everything black. I wanted Barack to do something for Black people. And I was like, he's not doing anything for Black people. And then you got this racist president, super racist, super wealthy, not allowing Black people to live in his hotels, being sued by Black people. And then he becomes president and he gives historically Black colleges and universities the biggest payday that they ever had in history. He gave them so much money that they no longer had to come back to the White House and beg for bread anymore. They didn't have to come back and ask, can you help us out? Shouldn't Barack Obama be the first one to look out for HBCUs and not the racist president that didn't like black people? I mean, I'm just saying, this is not a talking point. This is somebody who's a thinking person. I just didn't think about politics. But when I started thinking about what was actually going on in the world with these politicians, come on, common sense. Common sense tells you that, yo, this dude is looking out for more black people than the black president did. Wow. And hold on, and this is the biggest part. And he's not bending the knee. He's not kissing preachers' asses for them to continue to try to speak up for black people or try to act like black and put black first, put black people there. But no, he was still a merit-based president. But yet, he still put more money in HBCU pockets than Barack Obama. Please make that make sense. If he's so racist, if he don't like black people so damn much, why would Mr. David Duke, aka Donald J. Trump, because that's what they compared him to? What about the Proud Boys? The only thing they say, he said that there was fine people on both sides. Did y'all hear him? He said that there was fine people on both sides. That's the only thing that they had. And then whenever you talk to somebody, they be like, yo, did you just not hear what he said? You mean to tell me that that's not racist? He said that there was fine people on both sides? Let me just put this little bit of truth in your back pockets right quick. Just real quick. We're all adults here, right? Many of my family and friends, they've done some bad things. They've broken many crimes, many laws. They committed many crimes and broken many laws. But guess what? Some of them are great fathers. Some of them are great sons and great daughters. Some of them are great to their community. They give out. They give back. They go to church. Are they still trying to be good people but committing crimes? Or are they, you got family men. You got men with wives and children that they go to their football and soccer games. They're taking care of their families, but they still believe, and this might be a wrong belief, but they still believe that their race is the superpower, that their race is the only important race there is, and that's the only important race that we need to acknowledge. That's an ideology that's effed up. But are they still good people? The fact that they are family men, the fact that they are working men, the fact that they are building their nation. There are some things that we have good characteristics, we have bad characteristics. So when you say that there are fine people on both sides, yeah, in the people that are rioting, in the group of Black Lives Matter, there are some good people in that group. Trust me on that. When Black Lives Matter organization first came out, me and both of my daughters had on Black Lives Matter t-shirts, and we were walking and marching downtown Washington, D.C. with our fists in the air talking about Black Lives Matter. And we had white people next to us. We had gay people next to us. We had a whole bunch of different people next to us. But what they decided to do with that organization is just feed themselves. They decided to only take care of people who are a part of the LGBTQ AI plus community. They decided to fatten their brothers and sisters' pockets. They decided to take all of these donations that were supposed to be for the Black community and put it in their brother's pocket. Say, okay, my brother, I'm talking about my blood brother, is going to be the head of security, and I'm going to put $800,000 of these donations in his pocket. What? That is taking advantage of a good cause. And that's exactly what they did. And this happens all the time. You will have a cause that see that there's some holes, that certain people are being treated unfairly, and things might go too far. Things might go too far, whether intentionally or unintentionally. But sometimes we take certain causes too far. So for Trump to say, man, there was fine people on both sides, it made him out to be a super racist. What about when Biden was asked if he wanted his kids to be bused to school, if he believed in busing, if he believed that other races of individuals from certain neighborhoods should be bused into the same school that his children go to? This dude said that he didn't want his kids going to school in no jungle. He didn't want them going to school with no black monkeys. We can talk about this all day. What about the crime bill? What about, come on now, we can talk about this all day. There were some positives with the crime bill. There were some negatives with the crime bill. We can talk about this all day, but we can only do this objectively as adults, removing all emotion. Because if I was going to sit here and get all super emotional, then I will only talk about the things that appease people who look like me or feel like me. And I would talk about things that make me hurt and what I'm going to do or say to make other people hurt. That's no way to move forward in order to make this country great. That's why America has spoken the way that we have and voted the way that we have. And that's why everything is red right now. When the last time you can remember a conservative president winning the popular vote, winning the House, winning the Senate, and this same person, they tried to jail, they tried to break his finances, break his bank, they tried to unalive him a couple of times? Are you freaking kidding me? This dude has prevailed, and he still says that he want to make sure everyone in America are put first. That's black, white, or other. If you do things properly to be a part of the systems that we put in place, and you want to live by our Constitution that our forefathers have created, that's the reason why this country runs the way it runs, then I'm cool with you, baby. But if you want to cheat and you want to sneak and take advantage of other nationalities just so you can get in the front of the line, oh no, we taking you down. We sending you up out of here. I don't care what happened to you then, because you're not putting our country first. So for that, I appreciate him, bro. Can't wait for Doge to work his magic. Keep on keeping on, Van. Thank you so much, Peach Miller. I really appreciate you. Thank you so much. Logical Thinker, appreciate all you do. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Logical Thinker. That's a dope name, by the way. That's a really dope name. As far as Doge is concerned, I'm gonna let you know this right now. A lot of my families are very afraid of what Doge is bringing to the table, because I know a lot of people who work for the federal government, and they automatically believe that they're going to be losing their jobs. They automatically believe that Vivek Ramaswamy and Elon Musk are going to come in and just take all of their jobs and then give them to internationals at an extremely low rate because of the whole, are these people qualified? And let's bring them over and pay them far less, save a bunch of money, and get rid of all of these American workers who are taking advantage of the system. I think it's a way to do both. And I don't agree with bringing people into this country and giving them high-paying jobs off top. I think that they should work for it. I think that they should be in our system first. That's just me. I'm not bringing anybody that's an international directly into our ecosystem and rewarding them with the highest paying jobs. That's not what I would do. Sorry. Even if they're qualified, not doing it. So that's one thing that I disagree with, but I'm still looking into it. Again, guys, I tell you all the time, I am a novice when it comes to this. In no way, shape, or form do I intend to come off as someone who specializes in these topics. I speak on things from my own lived experience, my own level of understanding, and based off of me being a husband, a father, a Christian, a black man, and many other things that add to who I am as a man. All right. So that's where I come off. All right. But I don't believe in bringing internationals in here, giving them super high paying jobs and just moving us out the way. Not at all. If we're going to put America first, then put America first. I think we have some extremely qualified people already here, and you guys need to seek out them opportunities and take them. Not demand them because you're here, because that's exactly what they're doing with DEI, diversity, equity, and inclusion. That's what they're doing with that. They're saying that, well, you never see us in these jobs. We deserve these jobs. Well, look at everybody who's the highest paid people in LA right now, who's over this whole catastrophe with the fires. All of these women that are at the highest levels making more, these women are making more than the US president right now and ain't doing a damn thing. I just want you to just put that in your back pocket. You pull it out and read it, think about it later, meditate on it later. You know what I mean? We're all about common sense here. All right, so let's jump back into this conversation, man, because they got a little deep. I really don't care to hear anything that that Joy has to say, to be honest. But listen to her say that we know the difference between a fact and an opinion. No, the F you really don't. You really don't. I don't believe you do. I really don't believe you do. I really don't, man. It's like the past 4 years have showed us that you really don't. You let Sunny Hawson just come up here and say whatever the hell she wants to say. Just put her opinions out there. She says that X is now a dumpster fire. What the hell is The View? What's worse than a dumpster fire? Then that has to be what The View is. Cut the bull sugar honey iced tea out. They're not being honest. They're being extremely disingenuous. And I'm not trying to hold them on a level that I won't hold myself. I'm just simply saying they really are. Okay, let's continue. Listen, I don't want to get too upset, but here we go.
Saying, you know,
Ooh, it's true though. I hate to hurt your feelings. I know it's harmful to your emotions, but it's true. Listen, and I have family members that I absolutely love. I got friends who are in the LGBTQAI plus community. I am actually an ally. Like, I don't want no harm to come their way. But you do know that it's an actual mental disorder to believe that you are the opposite sex and you're not. It really is. So the fact that they look at people get their feelings hurt and they no longer want to play that game anymore because, oh, we're not going to say that because it hurts their feelings. If she wants to be a he, then we're going to call her he from here on out. Some people don't want to play the game. Like, I believe that as a man, it should be my option to decide whether or not I want to play. This is your game. This is your game. You the one dressed up in drag when you're obviously a man, and you're telling me that I have to call you what you believe you look like. You don't look like that to me. I don't have to call you a damn thing. And we even got our Supreme Court Justice, Ketanji Brown, saying not even being willing to say what a woman is now, all because of what Sunny Hawson says, because it's hurtful. This is what it's all about right here. You call a man who is clearly a man instead of the woman that he wants to be called, and you can be you receive some type of community guideline restriction and violation. You're kicked off of the platform. You can no longer post for a week, for a month, all because you won't give into their mental dysphoria. We didn't had many doctors go out there and do the science. They put the science out there. They put the facts out there of exactly what it is. Whether you deem it to be hurtful or harmful at all, it does not matter. Science is science. They've done the research. You say you want facts. Well, there's facts. Like our scientists, they run off of facts. That's what they run off of. It's a word for it. It's a term for it. You know, I see people going through anxiety, I see people going through depression, and I have a lot of faith in God, right? And I deal with things a little differently to the point where I don't even acknowledge depression and anxiety. I look at other ways to get through those things. That don't mean that depression is not a thing. That don't mean that anxiety is not a thing. These doctors and scientists have done their research already. Like, they know that these characteristics and these actions are this. Same thing with mental dysphoria. And this is the only problem I have with people who have a platform, but your job is to be disingenuous. Because you know that if you're honest, then you're going to push away a lot of your potential superstars that you can interview, and then that mess with the money that that ABC makes. It mess with your show, your broadcast. You could potentially lose your job if you become too truthful. And I get it. You're not on anybody else's platform, but do yourself a favor. Start at least trying to be more honest. That's where it starts. Okay. I'm running my mouth a little too much. Thank y'all so much. And make sure y'all check out Marilyn's artistry. She's trying to make sure a lot more eyes get onto her art. And she's probably very talented. She might be trash too, but you wouldn't know unless you go check it out. So go check it out, gang. All right, let's get back into. I told you, man, but let me tell you something. If anybody from the View audience can hear one thing that I say, Mark Zuckerberg gave $1 million to Trump's inauguration. $1 million. Woohoo! $1 million. When he backed Biden, he gave Biden, Mark Zuckerberg and his wife have a group called the Zuckerberg Group. They gave $420 million to back Biden. So, which one would you rather receive? You want to talk about bowing down? You want to talk about kissing ass? You want to talk about joining forces? You want to talk about really putting your money where your mouth is? Where did Mark Zuckerberg really put his money where his mouth is? We need to be fair with this. And guess what? I will bet that the View don't even have that information. And if they do have that information, no, I'll take that out. I will bet that they do have the information, but they refuse to put it out there because they only want this to look one way. All the oligarchs bowing down to Trump. Zuckerberg and his wife, Mark Zuckerberg and his wife, gave $420 million to the Biden administration. And you want to compare that to $1 million toward his inauguration. Woman, if you don't put on some chapstick and kiss my whole black ass, I swear to God, bro. Like, they are just ridiculous. And I'm thankful that you got an audience, because if you was just speaking in front of an objective bunch of individuals who got some common damn sense and I got some knowledge of both sides, and that's what we need, guys. We need to have knowledge of both sides. That's why a lot of us content creators that's speaking on these issues the way we are right now are getting the views that we're getting the subscriptions that we're getting, is because most of us have spent our entire life on one side. And now we're just now finding out about the other side. And when we find out about the other side, we're realizing that we've been lied to our entire life. And it's BS. This is all about the dollar for them. This is all about the dollar. You want to talk about bowing down? Y'all are bowing down to every single superstar, knowing good and well that you're disinforming your audience just so you can fatten your own pockets. You need to be in your damn prayer closet praying for your husband right now, because it looked like that Rico that he's dealing with right now is similar to the same Rico that you were making fun of Trump going through. The difference is your husband made his bed. He actually put himself in this. Trump, the presidency, Biden administration, all these people came together and said, how can we create something that would disqualify Trump? Well, he did take home some records one time. Boom, we got him. He took home some records. We got him. Every president took home records. Well, the prostitute did say that he paid him off. He told his lawyer to take care of it. Just shut her up, man. I ain't got time to go through this. I'm running for president right now. Well, he did do that. Isn't that illegal? Something about that got to be illegal. Can we please, can we get him on that, please? Huh? How did that work out? Undisclosed discharge. We just want to make sure it stays on his record so that he looked worse than you always wanted him to look worse than he actually is, because you didn't want him to get the job that the American people put him back in. You failed. All because you wanted to continue to lie publicly. You never wanted the truth to come out. And that was the point of third-party fact checkers. Third-party fact checkers are the gatekeepers to the truth. It's like the mother who never want the rest of the family to know that her brother was the one in the family that was touching all of the nieces. Don't talk about that. You're lying about my brother. He never did anything. And they know the whole entire time that he did that. Not only did he touch the nieces, but he probably even touched your mother as well. She's probably another one of his victims. But in order to protect the family, he didn't touch anybody. You lying. You're lying. Cussing out their own kids for being honest. Letting them know that this is not a safe space. That's what you guys do. And then, hold on. Man, I swear to goodness, when you start me talking, bro, you want to talk about fact checkers are supposed to, like, free speech is not supposed to be hate speech. Do you not realize how hateful a lot of these people on CNN, MSNBC has been sounding? We could start with Joy Reid. Joy Reid has her own show on MSNBC. This lady got on MSNBC and completely disrespected every single white woman in the country. She completely disrespected every single Hispanic in the country. Hateful. All because they did not vote for Kamala Harris. They decided to have a mind of their own and vote for their family's interest. And she blatantly disrespected them. Joy Reid was sit on a panel of other white women and tell them how small they are and how big the black man is, how big the black woman is. You want to talk about hate speech? Miss me with all that BS, bro. Because there are some people, mainly my people, mainly people who look like me, who feel like, oh, it's our time now. We can be as disrespectful as possible. But if they dare say the N-word, then we can fight them. And we can get away with it because they know how much that word hurts us. They know how much that word hurts us. Yet, in every single song we put out, we use that word with a smile on our face. Nigga, 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 nigga. Nigga, nigga, you my nigga, nigga. Nigga, nigga. We can be the biggest rap stars standing in front of an arena filled with white kids, singing our own words back to us. Go ahead, y'all say it. Go ahead, say it. Say it louder. Go ahead, say the word that's supposed to be hurting my heart. Go ahead and say it. All because their pockets are getting fatter. Now, we can go to that topic if you want to and discuss the biggest sellouts in the world, which are usually our artists and entertainers. And then the people, the preachers and the Black Power movement leaders are still big fans of all of those artists who don't give a damn about that word being said as long as they are fattening their wallets. Y'all can miss me with that BS, man. We are so two-faced. We are two-faced AF. I'm just saying. We put it in every damn song. I believe, mark my words, we're going to find a way to put it in a daggone Christian song. Because Christian hip-hop is changing too. Christian hip-hop is becoming more secular than secular music has become. Yet we want to act like we're so hurt by that word. Don't you say that word? Because I can kill you if you say that word. I can fight you if you say that word. What you mean why I stab him? He called me an N-word, even if he didn't. Even if he didn't. People are blaming their supervisors. People are blaming people who are in the restaurant industries. Like anywhere we don't get our way, we go ahead and throw it. We play that card. We play that race card as quick as we possibly can. All else fails. Whoop, play that race card. Bow. Reverse Uno. Skip. Draw 4. Race card. If we can play the race card while playing poker, we would. So miss me with that, man. Y'all talking about fact checkers? Y'all are super disingenuous. Let's continue, man. Let's see. I told y'all we're going to do. What did she do? Alyssa was making sense. And what did Whoopi Goldberg do? What did Whoopi Goldberg do? She played that race card. Immediately played the race card. She said, well, no matter how much free speech you have, you are not going to call me the N-word. And then Joy Behar said, please don't say that word. Please don't say that word. She immediately, let me tell you something. Little secret. Whoopi Goldberg don't give a good goddamn. And I say got, not God. Whoopi Goldberg don't care about being called that damn word. But because she saw that Alyssa was whooping their ass in this conversation, the only thing that can bring us back and get these applause and get the people that's in this building back on my side is by using the race card. If I'm lying, I'm flying, man. That's exactly what she did. That's the only thing that she had. She had nothing else. As articulate as she is, as intellectual as she, and I'm giving her these points. Look, she's gotten this far, and I'm the type of person, just so you guys know, a lot of you probably are like, she's not intelligent. She's not this, she's not that. I look at people who elevate in life, and I'm saying, and I'm giving them the benefit of the doubt. I'm believing that they have something that must have elevated them to the status that they are. The reason why we're talking about them is because they clearly worked hard. They clearly have something that God blessed them with to position them so that we are talking about them. All right. So that's the reason why I give her that. But here's the thing. Sometimes when people are getting their tails beat intellectually, they will play the card that they have. And you can clearly see what card Whoopi Goldberg had to play because she had nothing else to offer to the conversation. Nothing. Alyssa, I hear you. You're saying some amazing things, but damn, what can I do? N-word. Play N-word. Well, I don't like when people call me the N-word. You want to talk about what you want to talk about it? Then let's really talk about it. Let's get hype. Let's get hype. Hey, she got hype, didn't she? You want to talk about it? You really want to talk about it? Then let's talk about it. Let's get hype. N-word. What about the N-word? Because they keep on calling me the N-word all over the place. They just say N-word. I can't walk down the street without hearing N-word, 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 N-word. Well, most times you hear the N-word is coming from your own people, Whoopi. I'm just saying. Ain't nobody calling Whoopi the damn N-word. And if they are, guys, if you are a white person and you're online calling people the N-word just for the F of it, then you're a coward. You really are. You really are. The same way that Whoopi is a coward for not being able to have an adult conversation, exchange ideas, and make her point without using the race card. That makes her a coward. Anybody who can sit comfortably behind their keyboard and be a thumb thug, a keyboard killer, because you know can't nobody find you or nobody going to come and say it to you in your face, then you just say, well, you are an N-word. You N-word Whoopi. Although I will say this. When that's all you have, feel free. If somebody is constantly disrespecting you, gloves are off. I call you whatever the hell I want to call you. Ain't that how that go? Look, you talk about me. If you say something about me, I don't care if your mother is alive or if she's sleeping under the dirt. I'm talking about your mama. That's the first thing that's my go-to. I'm going to be petty. So sometimes, Whoopi, if you put that energy out there and people want to be super petty to you and they want to call you that N-word, it's probably because of something that you said. Thank you so much for the super chat, Michael. When Alyssa's contract is over, she's going to have to go to Fox. Yo, I just watched the Rubin Report with Stephen A., and it changed my opinion of Stephen tremendously. Let me tell you something, Michael. Stephen A. is playing the game very well, but I will also let you know this. Stephen A. is a fence straddler. Stephen A. is a numbers guy. Stephen A. is looking at his pocketbook and he knows how lucrative it is to also be on the side of Trump. So he's getting louder and louder and louder because he's noticing that his friendships, he's not losing any friendships. He's finding out that all of his rich friends, they secretly feel the same way he loudly feels. So he's getting louder and louder and louder with it. That's it. They know that Trump is the best person to work with if you want to save or even grow your finances. They know that Trump is the best person to be the president if you want to have a safer country. If you want to look stronger in the eyes of other prime ministers and presidents and dictators around the world. Stephen A. knows this. And a lot of his friends, most of them are very wealthy. They feel the same way. They just won't publicly say it because they still want to be invited to Jay-Z parties and LeBron parties and Michael Jordan parties and Kevin Hart's parties. That's it. That's it. And Stephen A. has gotten to a point where he's like, man, I don't give a damn. And guess what? Because of that attitude, because of that boldness that he's showing, he's still being invited to the parties. Why? Because Stephen A. has always been a loud brother that says whatever's on his mind, good or bad, right or wrong. You know what I mean? That's just always been who he is. But make no mistake about it. Stephen A. can clearly see that gravy train. He can see how fast his supporters is growing. This brother has grown his channel to 1 million followers in 7 months. All because he's now discussing politics, and the way he's discussing politics is he's right-leaning Everything he says is in support of Trump, but this nigga voted for Kamala. He will always speak up for the left. He's a fence straddler. If you look in the Bible and you want another word for it, he is the lukewarm church. Period. He's going to be loud on his platform. He's going to be loud when he's talking to Chris Cuomo about how Mark Zuckerberg sucks because he's only doing this to be on Trump's side. He's going to talk about how Biden should have did this and how Kamala should have managed her money that way. Or Kamala should have ran a better candidacy or campaign than she did and all this other stuff. This dude knows that he's winning and he's not going to slow down. What he is clearly doing is just stomping his foot on the gas pedal. He know how far Joe Rogan is going. He want to be that. He know how far Shannon Sharpe has gone since he left sports talk and started discussing pop and politics. He want to do that too. Stephen A. he's extremely intelligent, but he is definitely a fence straddler. I'm not hating on him. I think he's very articulate. I think the brother is sharp as hell. He's putting his time. He putting work. But make no mistake, Stephen A. is playing the game. He's playing the game. Thank you so much for the super chat, big dog. I appreciate you. Yeah, he definitely playing the game, bro. He definitely playing the game. He definitely playing the game. All right. So hopefully they don't shut us down, The View. Hopefully The View don't shut us down. But I just really wanted to conversate. I wanted to have this conversation with you guys because The View is full of sugar honey iced tea. They really are. They really are. I'm trying not to be biased when I'm talking about them, but they have nobody. What they need, and feel free to, I know they're not going to have a man on The View because it goes against everything that it was created. It was supposed to be for women, but it's supposed to be for women of all walks of life. Unfortunately, it's not for women of all walks of life. How many of you ladies that's inside of my chat would be comfortable being on the panel of The View? Just be honest with me. How many of you ladies in my chat right now would be comfortable being on that chat? I mean, being on that panel. And when it's your time to talk, you will be comfortable expressing your views. A lot of you will not. They are all about the money. They are all about the left. And if ownership tell them we are now in support of Trump, you're going to see them go that way too. You're going to see them pull a Stephen A. when their ownership tell them, yo, we completely backing Trump now. That's where we're going. All right. If you got a problem with it, feel free to leave. We can get a whole new panel here tomorrow. We can get a black woman with locks. We can get a woman, an older woman to sit in the middle with a fuchsia jacket on. We can do all of this. We can get some goofy looking, I don't know what she is, a black woman or whatever she is. I'm talking about Sunny Halston, whose family was slave holders, but not slave owners, whatever in the hell that is. We just held them. Like, we were like the warehouse for slaves. We didn't own them. Other people owned them. They needed somewhere to keep them until we contracted them out to a new home. And that's what my family did. We didn't own slaves. We held them. Right? We were like a jail for the slaves until they had somewhere to go, until we sold them. Yeah, there you go. Until we auctioned them off, we held them. That's Sunny Halston's story. But if none of these women want to play ball, if the new ownership say we are now backing Trump 100%, and if you say anything negative about him or like this is where we are right now because this is where the world is, America has spoken. Trust me, these ladies would change their tune. They would start tap dancing. I love Trump. I mean, you saw the old shows. We absolutely love Trump. We just had an issue with him. As a matter of fact, we got Trump on the show today, and everybody's going to start clapping. Yay, we got Trump on the show today. I swear to goodness, man. All these some damn clowns for real, bro. I'm keeping a bug with you. They are all clowns. because Trump will still come on the show and talk to them the same way he always talked to everyone. Honestly, I don't care if I hurt your feelings. This ain't about you. This is about our country as a whole. That's it. This is not about The View. It's not about ABC's wallet. I can care less about them. This is about the country as a whole. That's the type of president that we wanted. That's the type of president that we voted for. Convictions be damned. We made sure that he got back in the office. You guys should be proud of yourself. Period. Hopefully y'all picking up what I'm putting down, man. All right. Hold on. I wanted to see the part with Joy Behar, because Whoopi is going to continue to beat that drum of I don't know, her being fearful of being called the N-word, and her being hurt by calling that. She don't want nobody to say that word online. Soon as somebody say the N-word, she checked their page to see if they black or white. And if they black, she'd be like, whew, oh Lord. Or if they're Hispanic, she'd be like, whew. Okay, we already gave them a pass. They can say it. If they're Asian, she'd be like, oh my gosh. What do we do about the Asians? What if we decided black people? But if they're white, oh, they're being racist. I'm reporting you. Come on, man. You heard that, right? You cannot make this sugar honey iced tea up, bruh. Oh, they got me. They got me. Okay, here we go. We have been shut down. We've been shut down.